So the young woman I met named Jenny, we had long talk, speaks excellent English, works in Guangzhou. She dropped me, we got to the Lishi, and she came with me in the cab to get this bus, which wasn't at a bus station, but they just found a bus that was going to where I'm going to go. He's going to drop me off there. And this man's a local man, so he's going to make sure I get to the right bridge where I can then walk up to this. Okay, I think I'm in Chico. I think it just came from that direction, from Lishi. Got off the bus right up here, which is where I hope to pick up the bus when I leave tomorrow. This is the bridge that I have a picture of, I think. And this is the river that ties into, I believe that's the Yangtze River. And I'm supposed to go across here, turn right, which was a question whether it was right or left, but as you can see, there is no real left. They're putting in a pipeline down here. That's what I think these trucks are for, although they look like they're abandoning the project. And so I go to the right here. Memory serves me correct, and I'll look at my directions in a few minutes, but I go down about 5 meters or 2 meters or something like that, and I'll see a blue sign and something that indicates I go left and start up the hill. I think someone may be coming to help me, but... Okay, if you just follow the directions until you find the sign, and you can check this sign with what the guidebook shows as the Chinese for it. There's a big stone plaque saying the same thing, so I will check that to make sure that that's what it does say. And this is where we enter. Looks like there's some development here. I'm not sure what these will be, whether they'll be businesses or residences. It stopped raining. It's a relatively pleasant temperature. So here we go. This confirms that it's a cement road up to the top, which makes it easier than dirt. And as Jenny said, talking to some of the locals before I got on this bus, very few foreigners, particularly Caucasians, come here. How old these places are, what they were initially built for, who knows? But getting here to these remoter places is a real kick in the head. Can only imagine what my friend that I met from Montreal's experiences are like out in western China, in which the entire place is remote. This looks like it goes down into some kind of a grotto, but it may just go underneath this bridge and up a little drainage gorge. Looks like it could be. Here's a real grinding wheel setup in the wild, if you will. Don't know if it's still used or not. Here an interesting geological formation. Looks like slate that's been offset a little bit, and then that is just designed to slow down the water so it won't come too fast. Looks like there's some considerable small-scale building here. Maybe people are building houses on these platforms again. Or maybe this is the roof of a building underneath it. Duh. Yeah, they are. Driveways may not sound like a big deal, not to mention the cement road. But if you don't think it is, ask some of the people that live in Jackson Hole that don't have a cement driveway. Looking back upriver and then panning down, little town of maybe Lijiashan, but it's a little community here. Some kind of road across the way looks pretty substantial, probably new. And this, I think, is what we call the Yangtze River, and they call the Yangtze River. And what's strange is that the river where I got off, the point at which I got off was basically dry, and this is filled. Across this canyon, I think we're hearing turkeys, but I can't see any yet. Up there somewhere is where I'm supposed to be going, somewhere. The new construction continues as I climb up this cement road. Again, evidence that I think if you put in a road, people will come, or it could be the reverse. This also, I think, is some terracing in anticipation of either crops or decoration, but I think decoration's second place in China right now. Just looking at the cliffs as I walk up alongside this gorge, you can see not only caves, but the evidence of that kind of an environment for even prehistoric people. They may be able to get this smooth look by just applying water to it in their hands. As I climb up this sometimes very steep cement road, I see all of the possible cultivation of everything here. And there in those trees, that fruit, I think, that also litters the ground because it's a crop and they carry it and it drops out sometimes. There you can see other crops down there. That may be sunflower seeds. Here's some grass, but these look like the beginnings of chestnuts, which of course they're not because they're on a plant like that instead of a tree. But we keep climbing up to the very top. Very much like Peru, steep little trails going up to the very terracing. It's true of Peru in a different way. What I really should have been saying was Thailand, up in Mae Salong, where I saw these. According to Jenny, the government's been making a concerted effort over the years to restore the trees of the old forests that were probably all cut down for firewood, etc. And that may be the basis for the reverential treatment, at least now, of trees in general. Well, we're approaching the top of something, so I'll just keep moving, follow the road. The road goes on, so this must just be a high mountain home. Pretty bouquets of these flowers I've seen beforehand in Wyoming, or similar ones. This may or may not be the bottom of the village I'm after, but I'll follow the instructions and continue up the hill. I'm guessing these cave-like openings, they create the front with the arch, and then they hollow out the dirt and build up the interior walls to match, and then use it for storage. Maybe they're connecting hallways, I don't know. I'm assuming this may be the lower part of the village, but I don't really know that either. See how the village cascades down. It probably has been for centuries. Somebody on a scooter coming. They turn off the motor, but I think those electrical scooters build up power when they're just coasting even. Another grinding wheel. Lots of people have dogs, German shepherds principally, all chained up. There's an interesting structure that caught my eye. Gave me a good excuse to stop and rest for a minute. I'm just going to get a picture from the edge of this cliff that I'm precariously standing on. See how extensively terraced this land is. Amazing. And all the while hoping that I didn't take some wrong turn, we'll have to go back down, climb up that hill. I'm thinking that this road continues straight ahead and hooks to the right and may go up to the top of that area somehow. So hopefully when the instructions say go to the end, that's what they mean, not the village I just passed. This is a plant I don't recognize. It looks like the top part of a pineapple, but that couldn't be right, of course. So I'm positive I'm way beyond the building since I've gone more than 20 or 25 minutes. But there was nothing in the village that I saw that indicated it was the village. But I'm pretty sure after this long extra climb uphill it is. And of course this long extra climb to the end of the cement road, which I did, is dead ass wrong because the village must be a long way short of the end of the cement. Probably some kind of a rural toilet. Notice a indentation there, perhaps for toilet paper. I'm curious what these little white flags in these stones are for. Although this looks like a stage platform, I think it's a cistern. Although how they get the water in here, I don't know if it's still used. Here may be either a burial ground or ceremonial ground or the remains of a temple. Those may be headstones or stelae. Here we see some of the symbols of China. The monkey, 2 of them. I think a lion down there. The elephant, a horse, or something like that. It looks like a horse. But there are at least 2 kinds.